still alive. Bugha comes in with the splash here to top off his teammate, just making sure everything is good right now. But we have ourselves a big update here. It looks like on the other side of things, Pamstel and Thatch have troubles as Pamstel finds himself out in the open, no builds, and they fall. And just like that, my favorites, the French Canadians, our 4th place team is down and out. We now have 4 other duos to focus in on, including Cold and Acorn, who need to continue to rack up. They have some of the more eliminations that we've seen so far. Miro finds Jack there in the feed. Big one for him.
And that's 4 more points. They were just down 2, so as soon as that elimination does get cleaned up, they'll bump themselves into 2nd place. That's how close the game is. Bugha getting elimination as well. And with Pamstu and Thatch down in 4th place,
Miro's knocked.
Their shot at the FNCS Global Championship for this major is out the window, and Bugha and Threat's chance to get in just upped.
Oh, Cooper's by himself now. Miro's down, he gets fully finished. Cooper has a flare gun, still has, of course, a kinetic blade to work with, but the match is starting to run thin. It's not looking too hot right now, as you still have Iamzo and Rise Up, Dukez and Edgey. Let's take a look right back at it really quickly. How did it go down? Bugha looks in onto Macwood and Commandment. That's how he finds his points. And then, of course, in between all of that, we did have another one fall. Acorn finds on one. Bugha and Threats are looking solid right now. They finally have an elimination on the board. Can't add 2nd.
The mats are what worry me right now, but they're hot on their heels of Thoric. Hopefully he has more than just Siphon, as he ends up being a 3rd party stuff, the focus of the lobby. This is not the best place to be for Thoric, but on the other side, Bugha and Threads, this is exactly the position you want to be in, with a player living on a prayer trying to stay alive. But Iamzo and Rise, they're under pressure themselves. Another one of our contenders here in the lobby, getting forced back. Zone now pushing in. Iamzo has no more of the HP.
Oh my gosh,
he cannot waste any time, but down goes Rise. We lost Miro, we lost Rise. A lot of our top teams fighting for that top spot are now solos.
Rise falls to the hands of Cooper.
Wow.
Cooper took him down. Iamzo barely slips out of there, and all of a sudden, the top players are real potential champions are exchanging blows with one another. I mean, it's only a matter of time. It's starting to constrict and close the zone here for Cooper. He's got 2 elims. Miro's got 1. That's a lot of points, but that's not enough to close this gap. They have to continue to earn more. He's gonna slip by. Still has a lot of mats here. He's got plenty to work with. Edgey and Duke are looking healthy. They have, of course, elims and heals too. This could be their chance to walk away with it.
Yep. This is gonna be coming down to, honestly, if everybody stays alive, it's literally going to come down to final placement and the eliminations that you've been able to get. You said Threats out. Iamzo, I think he fell as well. I don't see him here on the map as Cooper staying alive here as a solo. This race has gotten that much more close between our top teams.
Let's see it. Edgey, Duke try to play for hype, but no. Instead, play for a positioning here. They couldn't quite get there, and they have to think again. They are the best boys team. Bucky finds Threats. It's up to Bugha. Bugha's by himself. Bugha's trying to play for the pickup right now. Can he stick the save potentially? Acorn and Cold are in trouble to the box next door. It looks like the save might just be successful. Cold is still in this. Threats is still in this. He gets picked up. Bugha with the save. That could be everything for this potential dub here.
If you're a fan of Bugha and Threats, I don't think you have scripted a better ending than this one.
My God.
As Cooper is just landing shot after shot, just trying to take down as much shields as humanly possible. But he now has to rotate to the front side of zone, but he does not have material. He needs a refresh if he wants to try to keep his game intact. A monster shot on the Bugha. This is it. And it all comes down to this. Bugha goes down, and he doesn't get knocked, which means we lost Threats as well.
And look at that. He might just land up for high ground. Duke and Edgey are still in this, but the points are just so close. It will come down to placement. Can Coop truly do this by himself? He goes on up to high ground, gets tagged from behind, slips down, but seeing the builds there, no. He's now officially down and out. He only has a single build. Make that 0. Cole's still alive here, fighting back for more placement points.
That was Duke.
Looking up. Dukes is down, and now Cooper has a chance. Every team that falls gives Coop more and more points to potentially be the FNCS champion, but Edgey's still here as well.
There's so many of these players are solos. Edgey, solo. Cold, solo. And he finds it. Oh, it's Edgey who takes him out. He takes out Cooper. one of the big competitors in his way, but Pollo's still staying alive. He has a chance, especially with a lot of our teams going down. He finds a monster shot onto Edgey. These are two of our contenders. TK on the other side. Edgey forced down low to the low ground. He has no mats.
Pollo took down Edgey as well. But hold on, Edgey's singling around. He finds a huge tag and puts another player down. Top 5 he goes. Finds the follow-up with the shield bubble. Absorbs 2. Literally saving that opponent. And just points slip away there. Clarity G falls. And just like that, Edgey now is one of the last standing competitors here. He's going to go for the breakthrough. He doesn't even want Hype to have it for free. He's going to break him down into the box. He needs the siphon, and he gets ticked out. It is so close. Pollo is still alive. And he gets the Elim credit in the end there. It is extremely close here.
What? Peterbot gets a knock onto Aviv. He could clutch it up. He's probably one of the better mechanical skilled fighters on this lobby right now. And he has a 1v1 against Skittles, who just has a sliver of HP. And Peterbot does the impossible and clutches up big.
Winning the final game, Peterbot and Quanti managed to find a sliver of opportunity, and then they take advantage of it. The best part about that is that game could have been big enough for Peterbot and Quant of Major 2 here in North America. FNCS Grand Finals. Your winners are Duke and Edgey. And finally, today, history is made for 2 reasons. 1, Edgey finally gets that Axe of Champions. He will finally have that moment. Duke at his side. But, friends, this is also the first time in FNCS history that a duo going into day 2 in first place has gone on to win the Grand Finals. Not just NA, but all 6 regions.
Yeah, incredible stuff. I mean, what a run from Duke and Edgey. You know, they of course came into day number 2 in first place. That was only by 1 point. You know, they started off a little slow. There were a lot of changes at the top of the leaderboard. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to game number 12, even though the leaderboard was still so close at the end of the day, they clutched up. And shout out to Dignitas joining the Fortnite scene, getting their first FNCS Major Championship win. Of course, that same sentiment for Edgey as well, that honorary Dig member there.
Yeah. Congratulations to you guys. I'm very impressed by the skill that y'all have portrayed in these games. And I love that we talked about some teams can be day 1 teams, some teams can be day 2. They are both days. They are just true champions, and they really showed out.
Yeah, to me, man, once again, in case you didn't know, Edgey's always been that guy who's come so close. So many places in a row, back-to-back seasons in a row, has been looking for that Axe of Champions. And today, it is his. But don't forget, we're looking for the top 3. Remember, we're taking a look at who will be representing NA in the FNCS Global Championship later this year. Let's take a look together. Off of that game, Cooper and the solo performance coming in so strong says, you know what, Miro, let's go to Globals, baby. Just watch me.
Hey, listen, shout out to Cooper. Shout out to Miro. We saw some incredible solo clutches out of that duo today alone, making sure that they made their run towards Globals and then